This is Ray from Ray's Rides. Well, I've got some good news. I am out of hospital and I am on the road to recovery. My vision is not 100% just yet, but I can see a bit better in front of me. It's a bit clearer, and my voice is still reasonably clear. A lot of people are noticing that my voice has sustained clarity. I have no idea why that is. They believe that it might have the information may have swapped to a different area of the body, brain. I have no idea. Sorry, my cat just distracted me. She just started sneezing. You alright? She's adorable. She just started sneezing. She's like, and she was snoring this morning, which woke me up. Well, anyways, so that is the good news for me. I am home. I am relaxed. I have been cleaning and quite happy to be back. I am not able to play any games really aside from on the computer. I am not able to really do much at all. I can't play PS4 or PS3 or whatever console games aside from DS because I need something close to my eyes to see properly. I can see my phone just fine. Anything else, I have real trouble. I can't really read correctly right now unless I'm really, really close. Aside from that, I've been spending the last couple of days with a friend, and he and I have been hanging out, and he's been literally my eyes right now has been horrible. But not so bad because everything is clear, but I just can't see correctly. It is the left eye that has been playing up. If I wear an eye patch, it tends to not be so bad. Excuse my squeaky chair there. For the most part, yeah, I've been coping quite well, even if I don't have my vision correctly. Um, I've been very productive when it comes to cleaning. My spare room has currently got a whole heap of junk in it, but I've been moving that all to the shed. For the most part, I've been moving around just fine. I feel a lot more energized, a lot more relaxed, and my sleep pattern has been back to normal. Or what's normal, really, has been more of a normal range. I find that, yeah, everything's quite great. Doesn't even feel like I've been out of remittance. Most part, I've been lifting, moving. Oh, I did have an incident with my wound vac. See, when I got back from the hospital, it seems that the girls the nurses who had done it, one was a student, one was not very practiced in the machine, changing the machine over. So they didn't reinforce it, so the vacuum got pulled and it pretty much tore off my leg. That didn't feel too great, but it didn't hurt exactly. And then today I noticed that it kept beeping. It wasn't to do with the battery. I can troubleshoot the machine myself, but I was able to call up the hospital and tell them that this wound vac has been playing up, and they had a look at it and it was full. The suction container was full. Just a quick changeover. All good. Everything's fine. I've been walking around with it in a backpack, and that is very, very helpful for me because it's more portable and convenient. So there we go. My wound is all fine. Except I've noticed that because they have noticed that the cells are regenerating, and it looks like my leg is healing quite fast. I've never been happier because if things go well and this heals up fast enough within the next few weeks, I could potentially get a skin graft, and I won't have such horrendous scars. Though where to get the skin from is the question. I don't want it to come off my butt because I don't want a big scarred butt. I was thinking more to do with the leg, if the skin comes off the leg or something. But for the most part, this is good news because as much as I wouldn't want to really say, oh, scars are horrible, because I do have scars on my body. I think that'd be a nicer look to my left lower shin if it didn't look so disastrous. And the one on my right calf has got no infection in it whatsoever, so that's good. The infection's healing, my body is finally starting to heal, and it's actually such a relief, guys. Like, you have no idea. This has really, really destroyed a part of my life that I enjoyed, which was just like walking around and going for walks without having to carry a machine with me. Has been terrible and really hard to do. I can't ride a motorbike. I can't even ride my motorbike up and down my driveway without carrying this machine with me. I can't put on motorbike gear. As you know, my Kevlar jeans are destroyed, but I got new ones, and I did happen to get, I do still have motorbike gear in my shed, but I can't do anything about it. I do need to clean up my motorbike and get him fixed too, which is my Benny. I've got so many plans for the future, and right now I'm just concentrating on me since I have a 3 month break before I have to do anything. And then as after that, I'm definitely going to get my life sorted. This will get my health back on track with my MS, as well as back on track with my physical. As I told you, it's bad enough that the brain doesn't work, let alone with the leg. So I've been at home, cleaning, relaxing, going to bed early, reading. I've actually can read close up, really close up. So I've got a book on my nose, and I've been reading some a little bit of Stephen King, and I've been just curled up mostly. But yeah, I've been enjoying cooking and putting good into my body. I've been eating really lean and healthy, and I can honestly say this renewal of myself is really good. I've let go of some things I can't change. I have moved on from something that was destroying me. I have not really been thinking about things that in a negative light. I can honestly say that treating my depression was the best thing I could have done. Now, something I wish to address though is, sorry if my voice dipped in and out, then I had to pause. Something I wish to address though is depression. See, I didn't realize there were so many symptoms of depression, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people think that there's persistent sadness, and that depression is all about being low, have really low self-esteem, that kind of thing. People believe that you'd be sad, and people think that, yeah, depression is just low, but what people don't see is anger. They don't see anxiety, the changes in appetite. They don't see the depression of depression. They don't see the emptiness, the fatigue, the guilt that you feel. You feel helpless. There's insomnia, irritability, memory problems, numbness, oversleeping, self-harm, slowness, and feeling worthless. Now, I would like people to know that last year, actually ever since I was diagnosed with MS, I have had some pretty severe depression, and I didn't address it. And if there is anyone out there that's feeling any of these symptoms, I encourage you to please get help. See, with this, I have literally destroyed a lot of who I am too by not addressing my depression. Like, I have never actually felt so alive since 2016. I did so well for myself then, and I met the wrong kind of people who brought me down. And I've let people get into my head, and I actually legitimately didn't even realize I didn't need these people. Mostly my ex. I found I was a lot quicker to anger. I was anxious all the time. Changes in appetite, I'd either eat a lot or nothing at all. I found that I was low, and I just couldn't get myself out of this hole. I felt so empty inside, like nothing could satisfy me. I don't know what that was. It just felt like that. I was tired all the time. I thought it was just MS. I felt guilt for existing, guilt for living, guilt for enjoying things. I felt like I didn't deserve anything. I felt helpless, like nothing in my life could ever get better. No matter how much people tried to help me, I didn't feel like I could be helped. I didn't sleep too well. I'd be up all night, and I thought it was just part of MS too. I was very irritable. Oh my god, was I? I was very touchy. It was so bad that it got to the point where I felt very, very moody with the irritability, the memory problems. Oh my god, I thought that was just MS too. So this with MS, it's very similar. I felt, yeah, I couldn't remember things too well. I could barely remember what happened yesterday. Well, I'd remember exactly what happened yesterday, but 'cause I have enough serotonin in my body now. I felt numb inside and hollow and horrible, like I wasn't part of my body. I was oversleeping. I was sleeping either too much or too little. And as much as this is going to be triggering for some people, I was self-harming last year. I was hurting myself quite often, and I didn't know why. I hated myself. I actually legitimately hated myself last year. And this is not how it's meant to be. You're not meant to hate yourself. You're meant to love yourself and take care of yourself, guys. And I wasn't. And I was quite slow in everything. I was with taking information on board. I was quite slow when it came to doing anything around, and I just felt so worthless and so horrible inside. And that sadness is nothing. There's a lot of different symptoms of depression, and if it goes unaddressed, it can cause a lot of severe consequences. I found that I've lost who I was, and I don't want anyone to feel this way. So, guys, I just wanted to raise some awareness to depression. I mean, as it has been brought to everyone's attention on my channel, I do have autism. I have Asperger's. I was diagnosed at 12 years old. That was placed aside and not really. It wasn't really, I guess you could say, addressed until I was in my adulthood, early adulthood. That's because it was just kind of a diagnosis they put to the side. It's just like, oh yeah, he has Asperger's, and that was it. And I didn't really know much about my own illness, or not illness. I wouldn't say autism is an illness. I didn't know much about being on the spectrum. And it all made sense when I was told, hey, yeah, okay, well, you actually have Asperger's. You have, but we call it high-functioning autism now. So, oh, okay. So there you have it. And this depression, MS, autism, oh my god, I'm getting quite the list. I wouldn't be surprised if I got something else, but I can just tell you that all this together is very, very hard to deal with. But now that I'm medicated and I'm actually taking antidepressants, I'm taking something called escitalopram. I'm not taking much, but it has raised my life quality so much. I feel so much better. And medication isn't for everyone, but you do whatever you can to ignite your soul, to make you feel good. I want to get better, mind, body, and soul. My mind is getting better. Therefore, I feel better in the body, and my soul is therefore healing. That's how I feel. That's what I want to do. That's my only goal this year, is to get better, to feel better, and to be who I really am again. I guess I became something I'm not for a very long time, and I don't like what happened when I became something I'm not. I don't like the things that happen to me that happen, but I want to get better, and I want to live again, and I'm just so happy that I feel this way. I feel so much brighter and clear-minded. I'm more stable. Even my friends and family have noticed a change in me. My close friends and family, especially my best friends that I have. One is over in New Zealand. She's wonderful, and one of them happens to be, local. And my own mother and my brothers and a lot of people actually have noticed that I'm getting better mentally. They were a bit nervous about telling me, but I wanted them to be honest. I said, "How long do you think I've been sick?" And my own mother said to me, "I think you've actually been sick since about 2016." And I realized, yeah, okay, that actually makes sense, because in 2016, I'm not proud of this, but I did cocaine once, and a lot of people were like, "What? You do cocaine?" Because I'm pretty straight edge. I don't smoke. I don't really drink too badly. And I did cocaine. I didn't snort. I gummed, and it's probably really bad. I'm not saying for anyone to do drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay. I also was drinking excessively. I couldn't deal with the fact that I had been diagnosed with something so severe. I wasn't taking care of myself. I just kind of melted away who I was. I couldn't handle it, and then 2017, oh my god, I didn't address this, and I wish I did. I wish I had sooner. I wish I got better sooner. But all I can say is that I am so happy right now, because I realize how clear my voice is. That this is the first time I've actually been able to speak so quickly, and it's great, because I can hear myself, and I can hear that I'm getting better, and it almost makes me emotional in some sense of the word. But anyways, guys, this is me just playing Sims and mucking around, and there's nothing really say more on this subject matter, but all I can say is that I'm Ray, and I'm doing good now.